Hello everybody. This is the time of month that we talk about our profits for the last month. Now, I'm doing it in the middle of December, towards the end of December, because black box subscription sales and discount pack sales don't come in until about the 15th of the month. And I wanted to do a video that showed all the profits and talk a little bit today about subscription and discount sales, which I know are a little bit controversial. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, I'm going to talk about what sold, some statistics and some highlights, and I'm going to overlay the actual clips instead of going into the black box portal and playing them back. I think it'll be a better experience for you. But if you don't think so, if you want me to go back to the old way I used to do it, let me know. All right. So here's what we got. I sold $701 worth of clips in the month of November. I might have said December earlier. We're talking about November. Okay. It's December now, but we're talking about November. Here's an interesting thing. This is the first month that I made more money in curation than I did with my own videos. That was bound to happen sooner or later. The reason that it happened is because I do probably 300 clips a month curating, and I do about maybe 40 or 50 clips of my own every month. So that number of curated clips goes up higher and higher every month, and it was bound to happen that sooner or later I would make more money from curation. Also, curation allows a lot of diversity. If you don't know, what I mean by curation is that black box creators put their own clips up, but they don't do the description and the keywords. They assign them to me. Now, by the way, if you're interested in that, I'm sorry, I just can't take any more. I don't want to do any more than the people I'm already doing. In fact, over time, I'm going to cut that down, I think, so that I can do more of my own clips, which I have more fulfillment doing. I enjoy helping others. I enjoy making the money. But I really like to do the videos myself and to go out and do the creation myself. I just get more fulfillment from that. So please don't ask me to do your clips. I just don't have time to take on any more of those. So I did make in curation out of the $701, $354.67 from curation. That leaves $347 and a few cents that I made out of my own clips. So again, first time that curation made more than my own clips did. If you look back to the month of October, you'll see what I report as my sales totals. But in actuality, as you can see here, my sales totals went up $93. That's why I'm doing this later in the month. That's because subscription and discount pack sales came in later in the month, and those totaled $93. So I'm making between $60 and $120 on the average in discount pack sales. Now, I know that these discount pack sales are controversial, and I believe that here's why they're controversial. If you look at this is the email you get when you have a subscription or a discount pack earnings, and you can get a number of these in the course of a month. So as you can see in this email that I received, it says that I got $20.47 for the following clips, and then it lists the clips, and there's 11 clips, which means I made about $2, a little bit less than $2 per clip. And people look at that and some people look at that and they get angry. They're saying, I can't believe that I'm selling my valuable work for $2 a clip. My opinion on that is, you have a lot of clips up. Many of them never sell. If you're okay with making zero profit, Why are you upset at making $2 a clip? Now, you also may think that over time, that's going to be just a negative thing. You'll have more and more sales, but you'll have less money. So far, that's not been the case. If you look at when I started doing subscription sales, which was in the month of May, my earnings went up considerably from that time forward because I'm making it another $60 to $120 a month. Here's another thing to consider. Again, look at this email. You can see this clip here that says, it starts with MW and then A7 III. That means Milky Way that I shot with an A7 III on 30 April. Okay, if you look at that, it's sold right here out of these 11 clips. It's sold 3 times. Now, if you go on Pond 5 and you look up Milky Way time lapse, that's what that is. That's a Milky Way time lapse. There are, let me get the right. Okay, look at this search. I just did a search, Milky Way time lapse. I think that's the words that most people are going to use. Okay, now they may be looking for a specific place, or they may be looking for a specific time of year or whatever. But the bottom line is, if you put in Milky Way time lapse, there are 23,062 clips. That is a very saturated category. When I do a Milky Way time lapse, my expectation is that, frankly, I'll be lucky to sell it at all. And it's hard to do. I go out in the middle of the night, I stay up all night. It takes hours to process, it takes hours to film, and I'm getting 1 or 2 clips out of it, depending on how many cameras I take with me. So it's a really hard category. Why do I do it? I do it because I love it, but I don't do it with the expectation that it'll sell. However, on that subscription sale, this is a discount pack, it sold 3 times. And then this clip that I'm showing to you right now sold twice, once for $20-something and once for $47. Now, that's out of 23,000 possible clips. If you cut it down, if you say, okay, well, maybe they didn't search for that, maybe they searched for something more, a few more keywords, still, there's going to be hundreds, if not thousands, of possibilities for them to buy. And yet they bought mine. Why did that happen? I think it's because of the subscription sales. Every time a clip sells, that clip goes up higher in the search engine. So if it's sold 3 or 4 or 5 or 10 times as a subscription and people bought it because it was a subscription, it's also going to be more likely to sell for those higher profit sales. Okay, what other types of clips sold? And I'll give you an example of what I mean when I say each one of these types of clips, because I realize that we may not be on the same page of a category that I put things in. Some of these clips that sold are in several categories, meaning that if I say that I sold this many editorial, and I also sold this many drone clips, where a drone clip can also be an editorial clip. So the numbers don't add up exactly to the number of clips I sold, and some things aren't in a specific category. They're just a unique kind of clip that sold. The clips that I sold, the category that I sold the most of in the month of November was editorial. I did pretty good with editorial clips. I sold 17 clips. This is the type of clip that is editorial, and that means that I don't have a release. It's often newsworthy, or maybe it's an establishing shot that has logos in it or signs from stores or whatever. That's okay. Those are the types of shots that are editorial, and the reason they're editorial is people buy them for a newsworthy item, or to put in a documentary or some other type of clip where it's not a commercial type project. The next highest category was drones. I think drone clips are always going to sell. If you want some tips on how to do good drone shots for stock video, I have a video on that. You can find it. It's in my, just look on my videos and you'll be able to see that. It was only a little while ago I made that. Drones are probably the easiest and fastest way to get into stock video because you get high quality video even with a low cost drone. When I say low cost, I mean $500 or $600. I realize that that's relative. But for the amount of money you can make with drone shots, you'll pay for your drone if you can get some good shots with good subjects. And here's another example. Every example I'm showing you is a clip that sold. Shots with people in them, with releases, those that's a good way to get started. I don't hire actors or models. I shoot myself or family members, and I also have a clip on how to film, or a video in my library on how to film yourself. Best thing to do, of course, is have a tripod for that. So I sold 11 of those. I also sold 11 establishing shots, and I've got a video down below or in my library on how to do establishing shots and why establishing shots sell. Here's an example of an establishing shot. Okay, I don't know if I've given you the numbers, so let me just give them to you real fast. Editorial 17, drone 13, people and places with releases 11, establishing shots 11. Next category is time lapses, one of my favorite things to do. Very saturated category, hard to sell these, but I sold 10 of them this month. And environmental shots, I've got also a video on environmental shots and why they sell. I sold 10 of those. And then food preparation shots, I sold 6 of. All of that adds up to 81 clips I sold in the month of November for $701. And here is my yearly total. For the year so far, $6,234.94. So I hope this is helpful. If you have any comments, please put them down below. Good luck in any of your endeavors, but especially good luck in stock video, and be open with any tips that you have, anything that I should be doing or I can talk about or I should learn about, and others that watch this channel. Please put those comments down below and consider subscribing and hitting the like button. Thank you for your time and have a good day.